So it's the beginning of a new year and kind of a new month, not quite the beginning, but this time of year and this time of this month of this year is the time when you are most likely to fall off the wagon with any plans, goals or resolutions. In fact, it's the 17th of January. I remember this for lots of reasons. A, because I help navigate people through this, and B, because it's my dad's birthday. So I always remember the 17th of January. So what do you do when you want to boost your visibility? Maybe you're quite happy and comfortable being visible and you want to kickstart that and create a buzz around what you do. If this is you and you've come screeching into 2020 with renewed energy and renewed vigour, then this episode of Visibility Made Easy is just for you. Now, I have put together 7 ways to really help you to boost that. And these ways are not only ways in which I share with my clients, there are things that I do and use myself too. So all of these are tried and tested. You don't need to go and test them out to see if they work. They absolutely work if you make a note of them and stick to them. So let's just crack straight on with this live. First things first. Why would you even want to be visible? Why would you want to stand out? Why would you want to do this and make a difference? Well, it's likely that what you do, you feel really passionate about. It's a subject matter that's close to your heart. Waving at you. Thank you for watching. It's a subject matter that's close to your heart. Maybe it's something that you know a lot about and you get really excited about it and you want to share it too. It doesn't matter what the world thinks is the reason for you wanting to share what you share. What matters is your why. Now, this is important. Simon Sinek says it well, start with why. And the reason to start with why is if you start with what you're passionate about, you're going to want to share it with people. You're not going to feel so self-conscious when you speak up in a meeting, when you get in front of the camera and do a Facebook Live or a video, when you're speaking to clients about how you can really help them. So get really clear about your why. So here are 7 ways in which you can boost your visibility right now. The first thing is to have a clear out. What do I mean by that? How many of you, after Christmas and New Year, realised that you just had too much stuff? So you started packing things away and giving them to the charity shop. I know that I've done that as well. Decluttering is something that people normally think about for their homes or their wardrobe. But actually, having a good old clear out can really help you to be visible, and here's how. If you're on social media, whether it's here on Facebook, over on Instagram, maybe even Twitter or LinkedIn, have a look at who you're connected with. Now, I actually did this morning on my LinkedIn profile. I looked at all the hashtags that I follow, any groups that I'm part of, and my connections. And anything that didn't make me look at it and go, oh my gosh, this feels so amazing, or I want to get to know that more about this person and what they do, or I really like what they share, I unfollowed or stopped, or deleted. So have a good old clear out. Think about where in your life, on your social media, do you look and go, oh my gosh, and start with there. It could be that you're in way too many groups. I get invited to join so many groups, and don't get me wrong, there's a part of me that feels a bit bad of not being able to say yes to everybody, but if I did, it would be like overwhelming. So number 1 is have a clear out. By having a clear out, it will help to focus you on, what's next and what you want to actually focus on. You cut out the noise. Okay, point number 2, plan ahead. I can't say this enough. Failing to plan is planning to fail, and I'm sure you've all heard that. Now, I did with so many people, who in a busy day, take my day today. I got up early, I've done my posts on social media, I've got a client meeting that I'm going to leave for in a few minutes. There's so many different things I needed to do, checking through my VAT return for my accountant, all that kind of stuff. I've even done a load of washing, hung it out, had my breakfast, walked to the station, made a video. I'm not the only person in the world that's busy, and that's how I know this stuff works. If you're really busy and you can plan ahead, it makes your time so much easier. This was already in the diary. This was already in the calendar. So I didn't have to think about it and think, what am I going to speak about? Now, if you're really busy, one thing that I would recommend you do rather than trying to plan a whole month's worth of content or even a whole week's worth of content, plan your next 3 pieces of content so that you've got like a bank of content under your arm, in your back pocket, to the ready, so that every time you're creating something, you're creating it, but it's not as a, oh my gosh, I need to send this now, record this now, or anything else like this. So plan ahead. Even if it's 3 pieces of content ahead, you'll find it so much easier when you show up like this. I already know I have a Monday motivation. I already know the 3 emails that are set to go out. I already know the content of it, and it just feels less overwhelming. And that's what planning ahead is all about. Number 3, be engaging. What do I mean by that? One of the biggest complaints I hear, especially from small business owners, is, oh, you know, how can I be more engaging? Well, the answer is be engaged. Now that you've decluttered the groups and the people and things that you're seeing online, maybe in your inbox, maybe even your contacts on your phone, you have now got a clearer view of the people that you want to have the conversations with. So be engaging. It doesn't mean that you always have to be giving output. Sometimes it's just a case of listening. Sometimes it's a case of going through and reading what somebody else has shared and adding a comment to it, or a reaction, a like, a love, which you can now do on LinkedIn as well. And it could just be being engaging, responding to something that they've said, not from a place of buy my stuff or I'm running this program, but just good old-fashioned interaction, like you're talking to them. So be engaged and be engaging, and you'll see a nice flip on your engagement. Number 4, give first. Now, because we're passionate business owners, the temptation is that everything we do has to have something come back to us. And whilst that is true to a certain extent, people want to know why you're the person in that area of expertise. They want to understand how they can learn from you. They want to understand how they can interact from you. So when you give first, you give people the opportunity to do that. It actually lets them know whether they love what you do or loathe what you do. Neither's right or wrong, good or bad, but at least you get that interaction, and you've got a way to be able to give, demonstrate a little bit, not validation. This is about giving a bit of what you do, who you are, and your area of expertise, so that people can understand and learn and know what it is you do. Okay, so that's point number 4. So just to recap, number 1 is have a clear out. Number 2, plan ahead. Number 3, be engaging. Number 4, give first. So number 5 is to create a goal. Do you know how many people, for all sorts of things, come to me and work with me, and they say, yeah, I've got this goal, and I ask them what it is, and it's, sometime next year I want to, or I'd like to increase my likes or my audience or my numbers. In my ABC, I talk about where to focus your visibility first, depending on what you need. Is it that you need to grow your audience? Is it that you need to grow your business? Or is it that you need to grow your credibility? Now, for most of us as business owners, you'll answer all of it. But there'll be one that at any given time is more pressing. So if it's to grow your audience, then it means that your goals will be focused on getting out there more, networking maybe, connecting with people, so that you are actively growing that audience, maybe even strategies to grow that audience. If it's about building your business, it will again steer you in the right direction of where to go in order to build your business. And if it's about credibility, again, it will help your goal and help you to navigate which place to go first. So create a goal. You've often heard people talk about creating SMART goals, and the one piece I don't like about that is if you put yourself under a realistic button, which is part of the SMART profile, it's likely that you could scare yourself and not achieve it because, it doesn't seem realistic. So what I want you to do is to get really, really focused on what that goal is specifically, and following from that, it will help with the planning, it will help with ways in which you can achieve it. So that's point number 5. Now, point number 6 is create video. If you're looking to get a super duper visibility boost, and you've got a YouTube channel that's been lying dormant for ages, or even a YouTube channel which has been active, get really creative and create a video. I'm going to tell you what number 7 is as well, because people tend to lump these in as 2 of the same, and they're actually quite different. Go live. Whether it's here on Facebook when you're doing a live stream, whether it's over on Instagram, whether it's an Insta story or a live video for your profile, you could even be doing or shooting a live video on LinkedIn or on Twitter. So here's why I'm talking about number 6, create a video, and number 7, go live, and treating them as two separate things. When you create a video, there's no doubt that you've got a message to share. There's no doubt that you've got information to impart. But when you're creating a video, you're not looking at giving information and interacting and engaging with live participants. Yes, in your video, you'll still want to ask questions like, does any of these resonate with you? And which of the, the 7 that I've mentioned do you think you need to put your focus on? Type in the box below. However, when you're on a live stream or even when you're in a webinar, the difference is that not only are you imparting information, 9 times out of 10, a call to action will be, come and let me help you take the next step, or I'm inviting you to join a program or to buy a product. And the way in which you treat those two are very, very different. Now, if you're doing a lot of live stream on your preferred platform, which is another decision that I get people to make as we go further down the line, if you're making a decision on being more visible on a specific platform, you can post all the videos you like, but normally the platform knows whether you're posting a static video or whether you're interacting live. And what that also means is that the way in which you deliver the information will be really different. The way in which you engage with the viewer will be really different. So if you have got any nerves about video, then I can definitely help. Look at the post that was just before this one, and you'll see that you've actually got access to being more confident on camera. And at the moment, this is still free. From the 1st of February, this is going to be a paid course. So if you haven't joined already, you're going to miss the boat. So that's the first thing I suggest you do. And what I do in that is I take you through really eloquent ways in which to show up, be visible, and most importantly, be authentic and natural on camera. I have done all of this without a script. I've literally written my 7 bullet points on a sticky note here that I've referred to. Other than that, I want to use the time to interact with you. I want you to have that freedom, that level of engagement on your videos and on your live streams. However, if you are absolutely confident on camera, you'll do videos all day long, but you're finding that your videos aren't leading to new clients or new sales, then there'll be some other things for you to do, which again, if you go through the 5 days of video visibility, it actually teaches you kind of through the back door of how to sell your products and services without asking you to sell your products and services, if that makes any sense. So it's really important for you to be able to grasp that authenticity in a way that people get you. They get to know, like, and trust you, as you've heard, but you feel like your most authentic and natural self on camera, and you have the clients following your work, coming to work with you to demonstrate your value too. Okay, hopefully helpful. Let me know if you've got any questions or anything that you think actually this is what needs to come first out of those 7 points. So I'll just recap. Number 1, have a clear out. Number 2, plan ahead. Number 3, be engaged. Number 4, give first. Number 5, create a goal. Number 6, create video. And number 7, go live. I can't wait to see what you do. If you use any of these tips and you put something out online and you want me to know about it, use the hashtag visibility vibes. Okay, all one word, visibility, and that's visibility spelled V-I-S-I, not with an A, not visa-bility, but visibility vibes, hashtag, and let me know and I will certainly look out for your videos. Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for sharing. Bye for now.